This video is for you if you have ideas, but something is keeping you from starting. We'll start with a story. Say you find a lake. The lake, by the way, is life. And at this lake, there are a frick ton of rocks. And in this story, the rocks are ideas for potential projects. And they look so cool. So you walk around and you find a bunch, and you find one or two rocks in particular that are just amazing. And you know these are gonna go super far. You are gonna be such a good rock skipper. And then you get to the edge with your handful of rocks, and it's time to throw. But wait, this rock is perfect. And if you throw it, you'll never ever get the chance to throw it again. And what a waste of a perfect rock. So you don't throw it. You throw one of your other rocks, one of your worst rocks. And it doesn't go too far because you're not that good of a rock skipper yet. And you throw a couple more and they don't go too far either. And then you look at the water and you're kind of disappointed and you just go wander around and go look for rocks because that part's actually kind of fun. A while later, after searching for rocks and finding some pretty good ones, but not having very many good tosses and really not tossing very much at all, you see a girl across the lake and she's got a pile of rocks and she is skipping them. And man, what a skipper. Like, she's skipping way farther than you ever thought anybody could ever skip a rock. So you yell, "Hey, how do you skip so far?" And then it turns out the lake is really wide, so she can't really hear you. So you get in a little canoe and you paddle across to the other side and you walk up behind her as she's skipping another rock and you say, "Excuse me, how do you skip so far?" And she goes, "Whoa, you scared me." And then you say, "I'm sorry for sneaking up on you. I just wanted to know, how do you skip so far? You know, what are you doing with your wrist? Or what kind of rocks are you using?" And you're trying to get a look at her rock pile to see. But she says, no, I skip a lot of rocks. And now let me drop out of fake story mode and just tell you what I, Tim, think. If you haven't picked up the analogy, this is how becoming good at making art works. We think it's about an idea. We try and find the perfect rock. We watch YouTube videos and read books on how to do a better job of skipping rocks / executing those ideas. But then we let our best rocks sit unskipped because we're nervous they might not turn out how we hoped, right? It's an embarrassing thought to have a perfect rock and then bomb the toss. It's embarrassing to have a great idea and then watch it just suck when you put it on paper or in a video. So we have these great ideas for stories and videos and songs or YouTube channels. But we know deep down we probably don't have the skill to do those ideas justice. So we plan for a long time or we work on random things here and there. But I'm here to tell you, I can confirm, not as somebody who's achieved greatness, but someone who's looking for it, this will not work. The only solution is to skip the rock. Skip as many rocks as you possibly can. Write a story. Right now, write a story tonight, if that's something you want to get into. Set up your camera. If you're planning on recording a YouTube channel at some point in the future, just start. No, don't be an idiot. Like, have some kind of a plan. Don't just make stuff for no reason. Don't just chuck rocks into the lake, like, blah, you know what I mean? But actually make a legitimate effort. Try. Skip that rock. And guess what? Yes, as you probably knew, it's likely it won't turn out exactly how you hoped, especially if we're brand new at that thing. But I can promise you 3 specifically awesome things will happen. Number 1, you're gonna become better at skipping rocks, period. The more you skip, the better you'll get. That's how everything works in life, pretty much, I think. Don't at me. When you skip a rock and it flops, you'll be able to see what didn't work. And most importantly, you'll feel it. You'll know how it felt as it left your hand and as it hit the water, and you'll know what's off and you'll be able to do a better job next time. Number 2, you're gonna become better at finding rocks. After skipping enough rocks, you'll actually be able to tell by looking at a rock if it's gonna be good or not. You're gonna be a person who can see a good idea where other people see nothing. And then number 3, you'll free yourself from the idea that any one rock is sacred. Rocks are rocks, and ideas are ideas. You are the rock skipper, the author, the artist. Eventually, if you skip enough rocks, and yes, take the time to evaluate and watch a few YouTube videos and try and be good, but you skip a lot of rocks, eventually you'll be so good that you can skip actually almost any rock at all. The ideas other people ignore because they're just not good at all. You'll actually have the skill to turn into amazing projects. No stone is sacred. No idea is going to make you an artist on the idea's merits alone. It's up to you. Ideas are rocks. Make a pile and start skipping. Thanks so much for watching. My name's Tim DeMoss if we haven't met, and I like to make videos on books and creativity. If something today resonated with you, you can say hey to me at timdemoss.com/contact, or just leave a comment below. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time.